Let's go ahead and start with something off that All Hail the Queen. Let's go with Latifah's Law going up against Slave to the Rhythm. On that dope. The percussion on that joint is dope. Very, very again.
Yeah, dope song.
That late 80s vibe. Like I said, it was just right before the 90s was creeping up. This was the sound that we were just jamming to. We loved it. It was that early hip hop. Again, Queen Latifah, MC Lyte. You know I got to sharpen steel with steel. I say it all the time, man. Let's talk about that MC Lyte. Let's talk about that Slave to the Rhythm.
Why is it that your watch stop ticking but you still keep clocking? And no matter how hard you jinx, I keep rocking. Listen, ho, cause I'm a light one. And if you're looking for a fight, you found the right one. And I'm a slave to the rhythm. I'm not a procrastinator or an instigator, but when it comes to dope rhymes over mic, I'm the creator. So I never look for trouble, but somehow it finds me. But yo, I just conquer it and leave it all behind me. The LYTE, very outspoken. And when I rock a rhyme, sometimes I'll even choke. And I'm MC Lyte, coming live and direct. I never lose a battle, cause I always come correct. In any case, I'll win. Again and again, you see Lyte is at the top to the very end. And even though I may be short, believe I don't take none. Try your luck and we'll see who will get done. I mean immediately, like quick fast. Don't turn your back, cause this mic will be in your ass. And don't take what I say too lightly. I'll beat you, defeat you so quietly. Sneak up and hit you like a fucking tornado. Cause in the rap field, life's the fucking AKA. The capital L, the Y to the E. Shit, give me room and I'll slay an MC, whether it's in a crowd or on a sneak tip. I'll wax you in your posse, watch you trip and flip. As you drop the mic, cause you don't have the gift to rip a style. Fast or slow, too busy hoeing and sniffing a blow. Don't get mad, it's just the talent I was given. What I'm saying, I'm a slave to the rhythm.
Funky fresh, funky fresh, dressed to impress, ready to funky fresh, dressed to impress, ready to move.
Being that I'm distant,
and I'm a slave to the rhythm. Woo! Both joints go extra hard. Let's shout out the producers real quick. Let's not forget Latifah's Law, produced by house producer extraordinaire, apparently doing the hip hop version of these things back in the 80s. We're talking about none other than Little Louis Vega. And Slave to the Rhythm, if you weren't familiar, your man PMD of EPMD did that joint, Parrish Smith. Two legends to this day, were probably highly sought out at that time.
LI in the building, baby. Brentwood, LI in the building.
There it is. There it
was. Shout out to the LIE. You know what I'm saying? I was stuck on that. Let's talk about it. Like I said, Nerd Chris, I don't know if you're in charge of the voting booth anymore, if it's DJ Hobo, but let's please talk about this voting booth that's going to go up. We are talking Latifah's Law versus Slave to the Rhythm. Chat room, internet, YouTube followers and commenters. Who do you got? Who's stepping up first?
I'll go. So for me, Latifah's Law is probably one of my favorite songs off that album. That song for me, I know when I first heard it, first of all, Louis Vega was, this was when he was doing hip hop. He was still doing hip hop at this time because he released like an instrumental album on Tough City Records of like instrumentals.
Yeah.
So he was still in his hip hop bag at this time before he became the renowned, house producer that he is. But I love the way that song sounds, the mix, the use of the sample, the lyrics are good. I love that song a lot more. I think the Light song I think it's okay. I think it's cool. But I think the Latifah song is just way better in my opinion.
Very scandalous. First to put it up. Of course, my pen will run out of ink right at this moment, but I will remember DJ Scandalous picking Latifah's Law.
Sounds like some doctoring about to happen.
No, I made it work. I got it to work. There's nothing funny going on today. We good. It's the ladies. It's for the ladies, baby. It's for the ladies. Yeah. Listen, Scan the first one to put it down with some real meaning and definition behind it. Does anybody else want to lay down what they're thinking at this moment for either Latifah's Law or Slave to the Rhythm?
I like how this is actually, I think, a pretty tough round. I like how the production, like just going back to how the production was and where they were taking it on both of these albums. You know what I mean? I think for this particular round, Brentwood LI all day, but I'm gonna have to take the slight edge with Queen on this one.
You want to go to the limelight. You want to go to the limelight. You want to go to Club Twilo. You want to dance house.
Wow.
Shout out to my man Parrish. Shout out to my man Tone. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Laz. But I'm just saying, like, I think like what Scan was saying, man. I think the overall like production and finished project or finished product for this record, Law by Queen, is just, I think it just outshines. I wouldn't say like, I would say the Light record's okay, but I think it just outshines it a little bit more,
Okay. I know you have your reasoning for not wanting to give full credit. We know. But it's okay. No. Listen, I don't know sports metaphors like I know, but I think I've learned this from Hobo. You have a handicap on this one. We understand. Like,
Whole team. First off, it's whole
another
team,
golf metaphor.
I'm trying to big you up there, guy. I just want to be down with your golf squad. That's all.
Good job, Jules. Good job. I mean, I could say that I've been learning jury Mandarin over the past episodes of East Beats of Rhymes, but I like your explanation better though.
Red flag, ready to pop. Son. Don't make me. You know what I'm saying? Get very, very habitual lines. The habitual. Let's talk about it. Like I said, a lot of people mentioned production. And at the moment we got 2 votes in. Obviously 3 more to go. I just want to ask the room at the question at the moment. Excuse me. Does anybody want to place a vote for Slave to the Rhythm?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Yeah, she was sniping on that one.
She
was getting busy on that.
She was, and I could hear that EPMD influence, the PMD influence with the beat. I could hear EPMD using it too.
Word, okay.
Yeah, for sure. I could tell.
I didn't know.
Huh?
I thought it was a very cool surprise. I didn't know. When I read it, I was like, "Oh shit, people!"
I can hear them on that.
Yeah, you can hear the production style. You can hear the production style of PMD.
Right.
Yeah, I can hear them on that.
Fair enough. So Tripp's the first one to put this vote down for Slave to the Rhythm. I'm gonna assume, because we know we want to keep the game moving a little bit, that Latifah's Law is the roundup for the rest of the guys in the room, for Breeze and Hobo.
I'll let you go.
I'm gonna go ahead, Breeze.
No, go ahead, sir. It's okay.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna go for Latifah on this one.
Okay.
I really like. I forgot how much I like Slave to the Rhythm until I started, doing the homework and listening for everything on this joint. But that Latifah joint is pretty tough, man. It's not my favorite song on there. But it's a dope song, man. And I didn't realize it until start listening again, but I think that was her singing on that as well. And before nobody was peeping Latifah as a singer, but obviously she was singing on this joint, and she sounded good then. She sounds great now. So I'm gonna go with Latifah for this one.
And I would like to add one more thing in there, Hobo.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Latifah as well because I just want my vote to count. So,
okay, all right.
But I got them quick, fast, in a hurry. So I got my answer in there. I'm going with Latifah. And I'm
on my gentleman shit today because it's the ladies episode. I was gonna let you slide regardless, Playboy. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I was even gonna pull out your chair for you. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Wow.
Pull out my chair for my boy. My boy, I can pull my.
I don't need you to move the chair for me, sir, but I
Who said I was going to let you sit in the chair? Maybe I was going to pull it away, you know what I'm saying? Let you fall.
Okay. Just stand to the side of me, sir.
Shout out to I think Mrs. September brought it up. For those who don't know, Little Louis Vega, the producer of Latifah's Law, had a partner in crime throughout his career by the name of Kenny Dope, and those guys used to work together as a duo called Masters at Work. And their break beats and production in both the house and hip hop world, like really good. Check out anything. Go ahead. I was gonna say, check out anything Masters at Work. That's all I'm gonna say. Sure. Check out anything Masters at Work. What's up?
Malcontent in the chat room throwing shade, talking about the MC level on this show. Every other show is about the beats. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Malcontent. If you would check out the show that we did last week on with Snoop and Dre, we definitely talked lyrics in that joint because we were talking about RBX, and we actually talked about lyrics specifically in that joint. So I don't know. Wow. Throw that joint up somewhere, one of these joints around here somewhere.
Basically, we took on the Clark Kent challenge, where he basically said that Doggy Style was a classic and The Chronic was not. Tune into this episode and you'll find out our whole discussion on it.
Damn. Hobos busting shots, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I said Hobos busting shots at his man.
I always bust Malcontent's chops because sometimes he be saying some reckless shit, bro.
You want to bust your gun to get it?
Yo, shout out to DJ Noah. Heard DJ Noah in the building.
DJ J Jonah, what up, bro?
Oh, J Jonah, my bad. I'm blind. DJ J Jonah, my bad. I said DJ Jonah. Listen, DJ J Jonah. Well, that's a tongue twister. I don't know why I can't get that. Listen, if you're new to the room, and I believe you are, I have a question for you, sir. Tonight we're taking on the battle. We're taking on Queen Latifah's All Hail the Queen. Putting that up against MC Lyte's Eyes on This. If you're not familiar, have no fear. We're playing music all night to put it up in the battle. But let us know if you want to leave a vote in the voting booth there in the chat room. Who do you got on that particular round? When we're wrapping up this room right here, it was a heavily one-sided room. One vote on the other side. We put Latifah's Law up against Slave to the Rhythm. And basically, Queen Latifah takes this round right here, putting Queen Latifah up on the board.